Hey everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I am Justin Block, and today I'm joined by one of my roommates, Rotas Wadera, who's a big United fan, and given that Liverpool play United on Sunday, where's that? Do you remember?
At Anfield.
At Anfield. Should be a great game, and I brought in my friend Rotas to provide some analysis on how Manchester United are going to be lining up and what they're going to look to do in the game. So, Rotas, why don't you start us off? How do you think United are going to line up, and what are they going to look to do tactically to really get after Liverpool and get those 3 points?
I think there's not going to be too many changes from their during the week clash against Galatasaray. They'll line up with a 4-4-2. Hopefully keep De Gea in goal and also bring back Ferdinand into the side. So you have Everett left back, Vidic and Ferdinand in the middle, and then Rafael at right back, who's done a pretty solid job this year.
He's had a good year so far. It's a pretty solid back four.
Right, that he can attack as well. In terms of defensive midfielders, I think he keeps Scholes and he keeps Carrick as those two holding midfielders.
Right.
We've done, those are his big player guys. And I think you also have to keep Nani and Valencia on the wings, their speed and their pace.
Really? So would you have Nani on the left wing and Valencia on the right? Because we know Valencia is so right-footed.
Right, exactly. He loves to just cut it outside. And I think you have Shinji Kagawa in behind.
Oh, so he'll
Robert
sort of
Van
play
Persie.
like in the hole as a second striker.
Right,
almost.
exactly. As a second striker, just right in behind him, because he is a playmaker. He's shown that he can do that during his time at Dortmund. So I think having those two there, and as long as they play the ball wide and they don't get stuck centrally, that's how they lost week 1 Everton. They played really central. They get the ball wide. Van Persie is a guy that needs good service, and he's going to get that if as long as they play out wide.
At the same time, you always favor Kagawa to slip in a little through ball to Van Persie because they're so good around the box, so very tricky.
Exactly.
And I think as for Liverpool, we'll see Brendan Rodgers, classic 4-3-3, Reina in goal. On the back four, I think Enrique might be ready to return from injury. He hasn't been really fully fit this season, so I think he'll be at right back. We'll have Agger and Skirtle, classic center back pair, and then Johnson perhaps at right back. I mean, no Martin Kelly this week. Hopefully no Martin Kelly. He hasn't had that great of a season to me at right back.
I agree.
And Glenn Johnson, I think he's done well at left back in the past, but he really had a torrid game last week, making that mistake that led to the Sunderland goal. In midfield, this is where it gets a little tricky because Brendan Rodgers has really yet to settle in on a midfield triangle he likes, especially with Lucas going down. Now, we saw Shelvey playing in sort of a false 10 role where the triangle went sort of Joe Allen, Steven Gerrard playing as a holding player, and then Shelvey playing right in front of them, providing some support to the strikers up front. I don't think we'll see that this game. I think Brendan Rodgers will play a little bit more conservatively against United. I think that we'll see Sahin and Joe Allen playing as sort of a holding midfielder in the midfield triangle role. And then Steven Gerrard playing right in front of him. So it'll go Sahin, Allen, Gerrard. Out on the wings, Raheem Sterling will probably be out to the right side. He's been absolutely fantastic for Liverpool this season. Their best player by far. Really the only player this season that I would really rate highly for Liverpool other than the fantastic Joe Allen. I think we'll see Fabio Borini down the middle instead of Luis Suarez. In my previous videos, I've been really going for Luis Suarez as that central striker, as that creative striker. I think Brendan Rodgers has sort of abandoned that plan because Luis Suarez has proved that he's not really creating for others other than himself. He's creating a lot for himself, but he's not creating for the outside finishers like Borini, like he should be. So I think we'll see Borini through the middle. He had a better game through the middle against Sunderland, and then we'll see Luis Suarez out wide. Luis Suarez loves to get out wide into those left-right-hand positions. I think we'll see him start out wide. But then again, there's always room to interchange between Borini and Suarez that can really go after Ferdinand. We don't know how Ferdinand, He's going to be at pace, and Luis Suarez, Raheem Sterling, they offer bundles of pace.
I think I agree with you. I just feel like the key matchup for me is Suarez and Sterling taking on Rafael on that side of the field because Rafael, though he does like to tend to push forward, anytime he has played in a big game, he's lost his cool on many occasions. So I think Suarez is so crafty around the box that is a sign of concern for United's defense.
Rafael likes to dodge forward. There is always a chance that he can get caught. And on a counterattack, Raheem Sterling, Luis Suarez flying down those wings. It'll be a dangerous matchup. I think that everybody will, in the end, probably favor United to win. Liverpool haven't really played well at all this season or at the level that you expect them to take on United. But we've seen time and time again throughout the years, even these past couple of years where Liverpool have been consistently bad to mediocre, they step up in the bigger games, in these traditional rivalries against the Uniteds, the Chelseas, the Cities. They play their best, and they always, play it to the end, and they're always looking to get those points. So you can never count Liverpool out in games like this.
Absolutely. I think, these are the two most storied teams in English Premier League history. You look at 19 and 18 titles respectively.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a fantastic matchup. I'm going 2-1 United, obviously.
United. And, since it's at Anfield, and even though I get predictions wrong all the time, I'll go 2-1 Liverpool. Why not? I'm feeling good this week. And just a quick note, we're not going to talk about the Suarez-Ever handshake. I'm just really upset that has even been in the press at all. The two will shake hands. Let's leave it at that. Let's not make more about it than it already is. I want to see United fans this week. There was talk about they would bring banners to support the 96 and the Hillsborough incident all throughout the week. These past couple weeks, ever since the independent committee came out, there was a report. Every team across England has really been showing support to the 96. I think Liverpool fans and United fans will be very respectful. I'm really looking forward to seeing United fans come to Anfield, pay their respects to the 96, and hopefully there'll be no chanting about Munich, Hazard, Hillsborough, none of that. Let's keep that out of the game, and let's keep this fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah? All right, so that's it for today with JLB Sports TV. We are joined by Rotas Wadera. This guy looks to go into the communications field, maybe as a sports broadcaster one day. Big United fan, so he kind of sucks for that. But this is my good friend, my sweet mate. We're signing out here, guys. At this game, they really were just coming out to get a draw, a goalless draw at that. Liverpool actually outpassed Sunderland, 110 passes, the 304 passes. They had 61% of the possession, and their passing accuracy was 88%.